Dames en here, vandag se gas is 'n fopdosser turned boerseun. Now, what is fopdossing? We're going to find out. It's not someone that dosses and that doesn't want to say the word fok and then instead says fop. Wat de fop gaan hier aan vandag, mense? Hierdie man is 'n man met baie velle en baie hoofstukke. I've wanted to get him on this bank for a long time and hy het nogal 'n profound impact op my gemaak in my musiekloopbaan. He somehow managed to be embraced by the alternative cult side van die industry, but also the mainstream. And he's a fopdosser turned boerseun. He's like a verkleurmannetjie or a trapsuutjie. And I wonder if I moet siekies trap om hom met my woorde. I don't know what to verwag van hierdie ou. Honestly, nothing could prepare me for this. Dames en here, sit julle hande by mekaar vir Chris Chameleon. Of sweet, hoe ook al 'n chameleon maak, sit julle hande by mekaar.
We're gonna be prating. We're gonna be prating. We're gonna be prating. We're gonna be prating.
Die lekkernis is net te veel. Die lekkernis is net te veel. Dis te veel.
Nou lekker.
Chris Chameleon. Weet jy hoe lank wou ek jou al kry om hier so te kom praat? Are you gereed?
Ja,
Hoe voel jy?
ek voel goed. Ek het wakker geword, lekker koffie gedrink, ontbyt. Ja, ek is so nervus.
Ek is nou ook nervus, I feel like...
Maar dit is aansteeklik, maar het jy dit by my gekry, of het ek dit by jou gekry?
I don't know who's gig this to who, but I do feel like there's jy's 'n verkleurmannetjie, right?
Ja. Ek verkleur, ek is 'n mannetjie. So ek doen al daai goed, alles. Anything. Ja, maar luister eens van my bra, dit gebeur, dat jy kry die tette, en ek kry die guare. Wat het al gebeur? En ek is regs, so ek moet drink,
Uit die boude uit en ek drink uit die blaaie uit.
ek gaan maar links drink vandag. Ja, is lekker.
So vertel my meer van daai karakter.
Wat 'n karakter.
Oh my goodness. I want to steal this fur that you've got gunning on here.
Thanks.
And it's fur on fur. Jy sit op 'n ysbeer se rug.
Maar dis fake.
Dit is hierdie real?
Hierdie is 'n real beaver.
'n Beaver.
Dis 'n regte bevervel, ja.
Can you feel this?
Dit is hoe dit
Yes,
dis
that
hoe dit voel om 'n bever te wees.
Daar's 'n gravitas aan daai vel.
Daar is, en ek dink as ek swem gaan ek nie eens nat word nie.
Want 'n beaver, they swim.
Ja,
and they bewe and they go on.
Ja. Ek weet nie of hulle bewe nie. Ek het nog nooit gesien.
Why are they called a beaver?
Miskien,
Because they bewe.
ja, kappel is so met die stats.
I want to say, voel elke dag vir jou soos 'n nuwe dag.
Elke dag voel nou vir my dieselfde. Ek is afgetree.
Jy is nie afgetree nie.
Ek is afgetree. Ek word nie oggend wakker wanneer ek wil. Later in die winter, genuine. Dan staan ek op, dan maak ek koffie. Dan gaan sit ek by my vrou. Dan sê ek, liefie, ek kan nie glo, ons sit hier in die lewe nie. Dit is so great.
Dis great.
Nou, ons het 'n great lewe, en ons kyk net uit oor die velde, en ons sien bokke en zebras, en ek verlang actually huis toe.
I'm going to be eerlik with you, completely.
Okay.
Because I feel like,
What do you mean you got to state that? You've been lying all this time, or wat gaan aan nie so? You're like, I'm gonna be eerlik. You're like, okay, so
no, going
I'm
forward.
gonna expect you to say that every time now, because maybe you're talking kak, you know, it's like,
I always talk kak, but I try and keep the kak that I praat as eerlik as I can possibly keep it. Jy het actually 'n groter impak op my gehad as wat jy dalk mag realize. In many different, I know you play different rolle and you glibber in and out of rokke and you mold between cult following and alternative and being embraced by the mainstream in Sewende Laan and still you're a interesting moeilike ou om te pin down. I think you like it that way. Jou verkleurmannetjie is jou burden but also jou krag. But the impact you had on me is it's very rare that jy na 'n artist kyk. That's just somehow for the audience so unashamedly, authentically themselves, even though they are in a rock, that I stood there and I was like, holy fuck, what is this? This is kunst. This is a beautiful exchange. And it impacted me. And I once walked to a backstage by Tings and Times. I just glibbered in there. No invite.
okay, you're one of those.
Yes, I am one of those. And I think you remember this. I think. Toe sê ek vir jou, Chris, het mens hierdie brilliance net een keer? Is it like a naive brilliance where you don't besef how goed you are at what you're doing, and then it catches up with you and you realize, fuck it, ek is goed in what I'm doing.
Wow.
And then does it change? And you said something to me. Ek kan nou nie onthou wat dit was nie.
Yeah, that one amazing moment, and you forgot it.
Well, it's because you're prating with, I don't know who the fuck I'm prating with right now.
Yeah. I mean, most of the
I
time
said
also
earlier,
no.
I knew, I was like, I don't know what to expect from this guy. And fucking, I went through scenarios in my kop and still you came out of the left field and now I'm prating with fucking Frankie.
Yeah.
We're both sitting here, I feel like, voel jy of ons energie match? I mean, I've got the top of the life. Kyk gou hierso.
Oh wow, it's perfect. You can even keep me warm like that.
I'm keeping you warm. Soos 'n bewervel en chom. I even brought you a pisang. I don't know, I like to eat pisangs on here. I like the potassium flowing.
Yes, so you don't get that
I sometimes feel like,
pain in your muscle, you know that. You know that, have you ever had that, eh?
dude,
You wake up in the morning, you're very happy about last night,
what happened last night?
where you just met her. And then you wake up and you go like,
Moo.
yeah, and then you go, "Ah," and it's like no potassium.
Is dit hoekom jy krampe kry?
That's because you don't eat bananas.
I once had a cramp in my fucking kite. And
bad,
I'm going to
man.
tell you, that is one of the most painful ervarings that you can ervaar on this bal.
It is true. It is
It
true.
is true. So potassium,
You had a cough, baby. You coughed.
Have
It's
you-
that so.
have you ever seen 'n koei gee geboorte?
I do, yeah. Check it out, eh? It's amazing.
Is it?
I even saw my koe geboorte.
And how was that?
That was awesome. That was 3 months ago. And my wife, you know, she said, let's not go out to have the baby. Let's have it in the bedroom. So there she was, 9 o'clock in the night. She said, "Ooh."
With the midwife.
No, I'm the mid-man. I was the
mid-man.
mid-man because we're far from everything. And then she said, oof. And then she started breathing. And I said, just hold on to me, honey. Just hold on to me. And so she was like, and sometimes she was like, and I was like, yeah. Yeah, and 2.5 hours later, she said, "Find Baba." And I ran around, and the Baba was halfway out, so I caught a Baba.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that must have been.
I cut that child loose with my hunting knife. I'm not kidding you, my bro.
I know you're prating the bar,
And you
right?
can't believe how tight that thing is. It is like
The cord.
those pipes in a car, yeah. To lead from the gasket to the pipe over left from the chassis. I don't know much about cars, but I know those pipes are strong.
They are strong. And let me ask you this: did you schmill the placenta?
I wasn't that wild. I regret it now because it would have been a cool story.
Do you think I could ever come to your place as
No, you're welcome.
groot?
No, oak like you is welcome. Don't bring the camera there.
No, I won't bring the camera.
Ja.
Hoeveel oor cameras, social media?
It makes you stupid.
It does make you stupid.
It make you very stupid, yeah.
You know what's starting to pla me?
Yeah?
And I'm going to be eerlijk again, because you asked me to define.
Just
So
say it when it's real, yeah.
now it's fucking real.
Okay.
Tom, I feel like if social media wasn't there to pacify us, we would have gotten together in real life already to move together in 'n opstand teen als wat kind of fout is. But instead, we sit on the bank or the kakhuis and we vent our frustrations into this screen and we send it out there, and then you feel like, I have done something, I have made a difference. But social media is actually just this great pacifying device where we all feel like we're being heard, but it's just going into fucking nêrens. And as a result, we're not actually getting together to be heard.
That's very true. It's not very social.
The
It's not very social. If we didn't have social media, we'd be more social and less media, I think. And it's just the Colosseum all over again. It's bread and circus.
Bread and circus. I
Yeah.
feel like there's a lot of layers to what you're saying here.
Sure. But you know that, the doom scrolling thing, I never heard that word, but I don't know much because now I live under a cliff. But you know, when you think about it, you gotta check it out. You check, it doesn't look reg.
It doesn't look reg.
It's a kak look, that.
It's a cock look.
It is that. I think it is what that is for the brain. It's quite mindless.
If your thumbs do that, so this is the oxy, right? You can't deny that. That's what we are all doing. If aliens came down, they'll just see this. So what is but what is that action doing to your brain?
Nothing. That's the problem.
You profoundly wyse slim ou.
I once scored 85 with an IQ test.
What's an IQ test?
IQ test is you can't fuck with this brain.
No, I'm not. I don't want to fuck with that brain.
Okay.
I want us to have mind penetration. Let's do it.
I'm very nervous now.
That's
Again. I
good.
started nervous, but now it's winding up again.
The best place to exist is between gemaklik and nervous. You have to have one being feeling nervous and the other one gemaklik. And from that place you can make something. I don't know what.
Wait a minute. When you came backstage there by the Tings and Times,
Yes.
did you say, were you the guy who said, is the brilliance just a one-time thing?
Well,
Or was I the guy who said that? Who was that guy?
ek het jou gevra. You have your whole lewe to make something and you don't really have anything to meet it to. So there's this level of naive brilliance before you become a master of your craft. And then you're constantly meeting terug to that and it becomes
Problematic.
problematic.
I once, yeah. Fully, yeah. It is, I think probably the worst thing that can happen to any artist is when they think they figured it out.
Yes.
Oh, yes, now I know how. And that's exactly when you don't know how, because it's not like building a bridge. Art,
No.
different.
Does the art come from the binnekant or the buitekant?
I'm more worried about that membrane between binne and buite. You know,
What is that membrane?
like it is exactly the question.
Do you feel like when we praat about ourselves and your binnekant, that you exist behind your gesig? Meaning you are some other thing living inside your kop behind your gesig?
Yeah, like a spook.
Like a spook?
Yes,
Or
for sure. I know. I'm very sure of that.
that you are a spook?
That we
But what
all
if
spooks, yeah.
But what if the spook, it's a misconception that is behind the gesig just because there's a concentration of senses here. So you think, okay, I see, I feel, but you're also living right there, behind your knie. So maybe you're not even inside this vleissak, you're just remote controlling it from where you actually bestaan.
So, you know, I'm a Bible reader kind of guy.
Yes, talk to me about it.
I read the Bible. Well, I read the Bible, you know, because how many times must you read a book, you know?
I don't know.
If it's a really good book, a couple of times is enough, you know, even because life is, you know, short.
It's short and it's also the
Long,
longest
yeah.
thing you'll ever do.
Yeah, no, it is. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So thanks, yeah.
No, yeah.
Life is long enough for kierankies to braai out, but life is too short for kak vibes, eh?
Yes.
So, but you know, Adam and Eve, you know, when they was in the garden, you know,
Of Eden.
then they make some kak.
Why did they make that cock? And isn't everything and all of this hinging on them having made that cock?
You see, you can ask questions, you're allowed to, but it's gonna take time.
We have all the time in the
Okay,
world.
right. Well, you see, they was in the garden, and then that trees they couldn't eat from the trees, ne? The one was the tree of the knowledge
Yes.
of the good and the bad.
That's the boom right, yeah?
Where's the boom that you got there anyway?
That's in here.
Wow, okay.
Do you rook boom? Sometimes.
You know, it makes me paranoid now. There was a time I smoked lots of that,
Yeah.
but it makes me paranoid. I don't know why.
I have the same vraag about myself, and I don't know if the paranoia is just already inside me and that thing just unlocks it, or
But
whether
how
it's
was it the
creating
first
it.
time?
First bunch of times was fucking lekker.
You check, yeah.
I was laughing. But then your kop becomes more full, and then there's, I don't know. Paranoia Hunter het gesê he just smoked himself through the paranoia. All his friends started feeling paranoid and they quit Zol, and he just powered through, and he reached another clearing where there was no more paranoia.
Imagine you had to go back to grade 1 and sit there for a whole year, every day in the class. Then it would probably be quite kak, you know. Because all the same rules apply, you know. You better be lekker, you know. You can get tidings and
Jou
stuff.
ore aansit.
Yeah, exactly. You can get ore. So maybe it is like that with the jaw, you know, this Zol jaw.
Yes.
Is that you just, you know, you've already done the grade 1, you know. So now your body's telling you you're wasting time now.
Exactly.
But then you have a hard time believing it. And then you're like, okay, I'm not smoking this cock anymore. I'm done with it, you know.
Yeah.
And then one day you're like, yeah, I've got so much time on my hand. It is Friday and here is Zol. So you smoke
gonna
that Zol
try
and
it.
you're like, it's cock.
Yeah,
It's still cock, you know. And yeah.
It's a lucky packet, I'm not gonna lie. It's a mysterious lady of lekkerness, the old Zauberfluten.
Zol make me very paranoid, but not booze.
But I saw something, and now correct me if I'm verkeerd here. And I want to get back to the Garden of Eden and the Tree of Knowledge.
Yes.
But we can have many vertakkings here. And
Many tree branch.
many tree branches. Maybe the Tree of Knowledge, maybe the Tree of what was the other 3?
It was the knowledge of good and evil, and it was of the lewe, which then means the dood.
Yes.
That is important.
The one implies the other.
The one is the tree of vanity, and the other one is the tree of fear. And any cock thing you can do is either from vanity or fear. When you lie,
Yes.
you lie because of that.
Vanity or fear.
Yeah.
Is there room for vanity inside kuns?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And fear, everything, because kuns must tell the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, lots of it. Look how vain the kunstenaars are, especially the performing artists are very vain. Forever pumping up their tits and redoing something.
Pumping up the tits and the lips.
Yeah.
Social
I mean, like
media.
Me, do I look 52?
No.
It's because I had work done.
No, you did not.
I do. I have work done.
No.
Every morning I go,
No, you look fucking majestic for 52. There's not
know,
even, I'm not even seeing grys hare. It feels unfair. Why am I grys and you're not?
because you don't want to get that girl and commit and settle down so she can look after you. You know how Kaka looked 10 years ago? Yes. It was so bad.
I think you've got a misconception about me. What do you think this is?
What is that?
I don't know. You tell me.
Let me some-
You
let me
seem
see
to.
from closer.
You seem to think that you know me. You know, assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups.
I would say quite a few, but maybe not all.
Maak ek jou nervous?
Nee, ek het net 'n magnesiumtekort.
Hierso. So we have some pisang.
Ek het 'n potassium.
I once saw that
Can I have that one? This one is not gaar enough.
Okay, there we go. That's
sit-
I like it.
Die groot hond, die groot pisang.
Groot.
Cheers.
Cheers. I like sitting here and swilling a pisang. I feel like people are always drinking coffee of alcohol and not enough people are dealing a pisang together. It's a very wholesome thing. Very primal. Very primitive.
Your fruity phallus is has lesions.
Oh no. Reënboogperd, I told you I don't want my pisang to look like this. What the fuck? So,
What's worse, you wanted me to have it.
well, I couldn't see what was inside the binnekant, which is what this is all about. Which is why I love the metaphor of the pisang.
But the cover of that book told you everything you need to know inside.
You can't judge the inside of the pisang by the skull.
It is minor, it's true.
It's minor.
No, it is quite a lot worse on the inside.
I'll eat that
That
now.
is the kunst that comes from the inside.
The beste kuns comes from the kneesplekke.
It makes it tasty. It's always a bit sweet, you know. I find that if you injure a fruit, it becomes sweeter. A bietjie kneus, you know.
You need a bietjie kneus in the lewe.
Yeah.
I think
But
it's-
pisang is not ripe enough.
that one. Hoe
Both.
proe jou nou?
Shall we swap?
I thought about it for a second and I
Then you
thought,
thought maybe it's weird.
it's not weird. I don't know.
Kom, ons kan pisangsvleg, is okay.
You want this one? Let's vleg some pisang.
See which one is
Mense, see, this is what it's all about. The groot hond and the chameleon sitting in the tak, smilling and railing a pisang. Somehow,
This one is better.
yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's
See,
got
you
earth.
again, you judge the peel.
Yeah,
You judge the peel,
yeah.
and then the pisang was actually more ripe, even though its skull was groener.
Exactly. The one with the peel is pila. It is the one.
This one is I'm gonna have to. It takes a bit of muscling
It's
through.
raw. But it doesn't matter to me because I had both pisangs. And also did you.
I did.
It's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
Cheers.
weet hoe satisfying is dit om baie keer net daai skil te vat en jy just gooi dit at one of the crew members. I don't know why, I just love doing it. Vir 'n reënboogperd, like, you've got another thing coming, my son. Yes, like, it's satisfying. No, man, if that hit the lava lump, if that hit the lava lump, there would have been deep kak here today.
Did we start with a hot lava lamp because I was late?
Yes. And you know what? Syrup is always turning off the fucking krag. So we had to buy a speciale generator to keep the lava lamp warm. Because it goois me when it's cold.
It's a mascot.
It's the mascot. Let me ask you this, and this is a groot
You forgot
vraag.
that you were asking before you asked.
Yeah, I'm asking a question on top of a question. I'm making those questions.
It's like a question too, bro.
I'm making those questions paired so they can make a little klein question baby.
Yeah.
And you are going to have to face all these questions.
Okay.
Do you remember the first question?
But you said bad.
Perd is 'n beter woord vir
Barber.
of vir seks.
Okay.
Perd.
So if it's a question, bad, it must be a equestrian.
It's an equestrian. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. It
That one
sometimes
was higher grade.
works better here and then it doesn't come out nice.
An Can I ask you an equestrian?
Okay, bad, let's hear it.
Wat sal dit vat? And I'm keen to offer a lot. Because when this lava lamp is cold, first let me give you some context. It goois me.
Okay.
Almost as much as you're sitting down and suddenly prating with me as die ou van meester. Wat is die ou se naam?
Kleintoon.
Kleintoon.
Yes, you have a hell of a memory.
Ja. Gooi me. Wat sal dit vat to for the tweede, derde to praat with Chris Miller?
We found him and he was like,
Not available.
he was
not
available.
interested.
He didn't even answer the phone.
Okay, so it's gonna take a lot.
You are.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. And then the vraag was, het jy geweet dat die Afrikaanse term vir crossdresser is fopdosser?
Dis reg, ja.
That's an interesting word.
Ja.
So would you say that you have gone from fopdosser tot boerseun?
No, I went from boerseun to fopdosser for work, you know. But I dost fop, but I was never a fopdosser.
Yes, I get you.
Yeah, you know. It is like if you naai, all right, but are you a naaier?
Those are big facts.
It's that thing, you know. Sometimes, you know, are you like a muesli muncher? Nah, I did it this morning. That's only all it is actually.
Yes, you dost fop. I contemplated, vanoggend het ek gekontempleer, so vir so 'n oomblik, as I climbed out of the store. I was like, should I fopdos for this onderhoud?
You would have been excruciatingly uncomfortable. It's very hard to be a chick.
It is.
It's very
It seems more mense want to do it these days, but I think they don't besef how hard it is. It's a commitment.
hard,
They
yeah.
mustn't diminish what it means to be a woman.
You have to take it from guys for a start.
Yes?
I wouldn't want to do that.
Why not?
Guys are hard. It's very difficult.
Guys are hard.
Yeah, they coarse, you know, like they're rough and hard. And me, I like it
Soft.
gentle and soft.
Me too.
Yeah,
Would you say you're a gentle gees?
yeah, I think so.
Do you like or dislike the being in the public eye?
That was pretty much 180
Yeah.
because I really wanted it. I remember when I was a small boy, That was before TV. Remember, I was 5 years old when television came to South Africa. So, and we only had one when I was in high school. We got the TV.
You got a TV in high school, I got a phone in high school. Same struggle, different
Kind
device.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I had to listen to storyplate, you know, like,
This is a fucking story plot.
ja, Pompie die windpomp en Kadoofie en Liewe Haksie.
Yes.
And Heidi and, but also English, and the one of it was Paddington. And the Paddington Bear tune was but they had various versions. So sometimes it's like a sad bear, you know, then it's like you know.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's a funny bear in Paddington Station, and it's on boom, 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 boom. But the best one was that very triumphant one. It was it's like heavy metal for a 5-year-old. And I used to see myself in front of a huge crowd of people,
Yeah.
but I didn't know why. I was
Yes.
just there. So I think I wanted the attention from very young.
Yes.
But now it's completely different. Now I want to disappear.
Ja. Want ek meen, you didn't just, jy was nie net die frontman van Booney, you also had a successful solo career in acting as well. You had it coming from both sides, die Afrikaner hoofstroom en die kind of more cult following as well.
True. True.
Did
I
you
was-
feel more gemakkelijk with one or the other?
Probably, look, I always lied, you know. I'm a professional liar. That is my job. You also, you know. Everyone in this industry must lie. Acting is lying. And music is also lying, because if you sing that sad song everyone wants to hear, but actually you're happy,
Ja.
then you lie also.
But what if you can onthou the sadness? There's like a wolk that once passed and you remember the wolk.
That is true. But 186 concerts per year, you know.
Ja.
You're not going to tell me that at least one of those nights, that sad song, because now you have to be sad every night, you know, every second night about
Yeah.
that song. And you kind of want to crank it up, you know, so that people can go like, oh, you want that, you know.
Ja.
So you're feeling like this. You go like, that's how you feel, okay? When you sing When the Cloud Come Over, you know, when you sing that song. But then, you know, it's like tonight I'm just feeling, but I want a bit more for them. Also
Yeah.
because they pay me, you know, to lie to them. So I go like, and then they go, and so you are lying a bit, you know.
Ja.
You're always gonna lie.
Lying vir geld.
Yeah, so where were we?
No, ek is met jou, want dit
Put
is
away that thing, I can't remember anything.
ja, I know. This thing is it will do that.
Its gees is permeating this
it does
conversation.
permeate.
Anyway, so to always lie. You're always gonna lie, that I remember, yeah. With the boer thing, you know,
Yes.
I was lying. With the Afrikaans solo thing, I was lying, but lying to different sides. And I think the lie about the boo that I told most was the lie of, this is me,
Ja.
which it's not, you know. But the lie with the Afrikaans solo was, dit is nie ek nie,
Ja.
which is actually a bit of a kakker lie.
So, I get you.
For an artist, you know. The one was the lie of showing what is not there, and the other one was concealing what are
Is there.
Is
Yeah.
there.
That's actually profound.
I just thought of it, but you asked the right question.
Is the variety the spice? Or do you have are you most happy where you are now? Are you happy even at all?
What does it look like?
You look happy.
Yeah, you know, as you know, every person can have a great happy, you know, with so many things. Say Tom, Joe, sit in in the morning as breakfast, and it's just that really nice bite. You know?
Yeah.
And then he drives to the car, and it's just all the robots catching. It's just a drive, but it makes him really happy, you know. Or he gets a bonus at work, or his son gets good grades, or you know, there's all these different things.
Yeah.
And what you can do is you can have that bite all the time.
Yes. You know what? That philosophy you were just prating there
Yeah.
is one I'm a groot fan of. I often bring it up that I believe I get the same level of happiness out of a beautiful, majestic slurp of coffee as I do when I lay my oor on the Eiffel Tower. The one costs a lot of geld and tyd, the other one is very klein and it's such a
But
small
it's
thing.
the same level.
Same level, same sort of thing happening and gebeuring in the brain. So ek dink if you leave from those klein little things to the next, then maybe you do make some happiness for yourself. But I think ultimately our default state as mense is not really happy.
It's not meant to be, no.
No, I don't think so. I think people feel weird because they think, why am I not happy?
We're happy because we left the garden. We ate that fruit of fear and vanity. And then we got goyed out. And there was four punishments. That snake was now no more with legs.
Yeah, so now the snake has to sail on the grond like
he
a glibberende.
He was maybe a akkedis before, you know, like
Yeah,
a
he was
barn.
looping like this. You could do a cat-cow and a
Yeah,
downward
push-ups.
like vibe, and now he just has nothing.
Exactly. And the woman, she was now going to have the baby the hard way.
Yeah,
I don't know
as you've
what
experienced.
the idea before that was, you know.
I don't know what the idea was, but maybe the stalk.
And the man had to, just like vegetative, you plant a finger, you know.
Yeah,
But the man, he was going to work and sweat, but he was tending that whole garden. And he was giving all them animals names. It's hard work. And then for all of them, there was fawns. And those fawns were made anyway on day 4. So
thorns.
what is the problem here? You know, it's becoming the body.
And you're constantly becoming the body.
That's why earlier when you asked, I was like, when you were talking about the gees and the inside and the outside
Yeah.
and the membrane. The membrane is the border of that garden. So it is kak now. It is kak, we're out.
But prating oor this straf of fear, are you bang?
No.
Okay. Right now.
No, whatever the question is.
You're not bang.
What is the question?
You're bang for the dood.
Not bang for nothing.
And
Of course I will be pooping myself if I have to die really kakly, you know.
Yeah.
But right now I'm not bang for that. I was there.
When?
They came us into my house in 2004. I'm saying mos, you know, like everyone should know, but it
Yeah,
was
they
front
came
page.
mos.
It was that front page thing. That's why I can go mos, you know.
Yeah.
But so I know what that is like, and I fought those oaks for a long time, and then eventually I couldn't anymore. I was
Yeah.
getting very tired and losing all the blood, so I was weak. Then they started tying me up, and when they started doing that, I was lying in my bed, and they took the cord of the light and they tied me, and then suddenly I had the most eerie feeling ever.
Yeah?
Yeah, like that third spliff. The first one was very exciting,
Yeah.
and the last one was very para.
Yes.
But the third one was quite a vibe, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, now I go. It was very nice.
And that removed the bangheid for going.
And that's when I realized that I don't feel, because like obviously being a farmer, I slaughter, and being a hunter, I shoot. And I don't feel bad about it because I know. Also, you don't feel it. If someone shoots you, you don't feel it. Maybe tomorrow. but you don't feel it.
Unless they shoot you in the foot.
You won't feel it.
Oh,
Not
right.
now.
Yeah, not now.
Later, if you make it. And if you make it, you're happy.
Maybe that's the definition of trauma. It's something that you feel later.
Yeah.
Someone
Right.
shot you
I think
and
that's
it takes
pretty
a
honest,
few
yeah.
years and then you feel something and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
What am I feeling?
I think I'm going too far, but I'm bitter. I like etymologically.
Yeah?
It's all the stories from words, where they come from. And I know the German word for dream is Traum.
Traum.
Yeah, so you just put the A there and you got trauma. And it just wants to ring with me now, and I wanted to share that with you.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm sure it has no connection in reality, but it felt so nice. to me.
Traum.
Yeah.
I wonder sometimes drooming is a funny thing for me. I don't know, do you droom gereeld? And do you think drooming means anything?
My wife remembers her dreams and she dreams vivid dreams. So every morning I have to listen to that story first from what she dreamed last night. And that is why I'm retired. Because in February 2019, she woke up in the morning, she told me a dream and I was like, I had that dream 2 days ago. And it was so compelling that in 2 weeks, I sold my house here in this town
Yeah?
and canceled everything. And
That takes balls.
And retired.
What?
Because we saw a huge cloud of oppression coming over the country and the world, and I wanted to get ready for that. And if I was working in March 2020, and then obviously like everyone suddenly not working, I would have been, it would have been very bad. It was one of the best decisions ever in my life.
Crazy. So, you ever miss the stad, Johannesburg? Because I know you had a groot liefde for this plek.
I love the city.
How was
the
it
best city
driving
in the
into
world.
this city?
I always get a bit sad. And then I'm like, why am I so sad? And then I remember that I've always been like that.
Yeah,
I'm a sad guy.
I get that too
But
sometimes.
sad is not at the expense of happiness.
No.
You know that.
No, they're part of the same.
It's very like a
Coin.
ball, yeah.
Do you want to praat about a dark time or not?
I'm not afraid of that.
Not bang for the donker.
No. How scary can the donker be? You can't see Bogerol. Imagine seeing that cock.
That's true. What was a dark time for you? Just the jaar, not the thing.
1991 to 1999.
That decade.
All through my 20s was really...
Yeah, the 20s is an interesting tyd.
That is the most awful time to be alive.
Why?
You're nog vis and vlees or nog vlees. You're just not the vis or the vlees. You just...
Yeah.
It's very confusing. I was very ongeskik in my 20s. So I made a lot of cock for me. I'm still working it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you feel...
And you punish yourself.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, it's... You started it.
Glo jy in die siel?
Nee, glad nie.
So what do you think happens after we go do it?
Jou siel vergestalt in die volgende
Ralm.
hoofstuk, of hoe jy dit ook al poëties wil bewoord. Ons moet dit poëties bewoord, want dit is nie in die fisiese geleë nie. Ek glo nie in die siel nie, ek weet die siel.
Okay, that's a...
Ja, belief is that thing for, maybe not.
Ja, so jy dink
I'm not
ons,
a man
of
of
nie
faith,
dink nie,
ja.
you're not a man of faith.
No,
Maar jy, okay, I
a
see
man
what you're
of
saying.
knowledge, ja.
So
If
jy,
I don't know it, I'm like, no.
jy glo of jy weet, jy is 'n siel that is having 'n fisiese ervaring.
Nee, ek glo nie of ek weet nie, ek weet.
Ek glo nie of ek weet nie.
Ja, want jy het gesê jy
Ek weet,
glo of
ja.
jy weet, dus ek nee, ek glo nie. Ek weet.
Glo jy die goed wat by my mond uitkom? Do I need to drop sickies around you? Or can I just praat?
I want to ask you a question for a
Please,
start. Okay,
please, let me feel what it feels like.
There comes a genie, nah, from
from a
from the
anus.
nether cup.
Ja.
Okay, and the genie says you get 3 wishes. The conditions are you can't wish all the wishes come true.
Ja. Can't
And-
wish for more wishes.
Yeah. The second condition is you can't wish for something that changed the life of everyone else, like world peace, like screw you, I want to make my war still, but peace for you, you can wish for that,
Okay, ja.
And which means if you wish that you can fly like a bird, you can do it, but no one must see you, because it will change the world
If they see suddenly
if
a
Pete
man
suddenly is flapping
vlieging.
around the
So
London
I-
skyline.
I could be vlieging already, just no one can see or weet.
Exactly, maybe you had the wish, but what did you wish for, those 3 wishes?
I would try and spray them out over lots of tyd. I would go to my
The oak
calendar.
is like, you got 30 seconds, then I'm leaving.
Oh, so I have to do them all.
You have to wish for it now, because he's going. You've got 20 seconds left. It's very important. It's the only time he's coming.
I'd wish for a garden of vrugte that's always making lekker vrugte wherever I live.
Okay. Is
Is
that poetic or agricultural?
It's a combinatie.
Okay.
I would wish for... Why is this so moeilijk?
Because you're on the spot and you want to be cool, but just like you're losing the wishes. Wish quickly.
Okay.
$1 billion.
No, I
You're
don't
not
want-
going to take you're going to rather lose the wish in 10 seconds or
Maybe I don't want the wish. I don't know. Just to feel pressure. I like the unpredictability of. Ek hou van.
being the interviewer.
Nee, I like honestly like that. When I really think about it, dan ek hou nie van. Ek hou daarvan that life is sort of a little bit unpredictable. $1 billion. What must I do then? What must I do with that?
Hugely funded, unpredictable things.
Okay, I wish for $1 billion.
Okay,
And
one
then the
more.
last wish, I wish for that fucking genie to be free from having to listen to people's wishes about geld.
Altruistic, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Is it altruism or is it something else disguised as altruism?
I think that's true altruism. You really gave a big wish away for the guy. It's nice.
Yeah. I don't know.
Bro, I didn't think when I was going to come here that we was going to go so deep, My paddy classification is only up to 18 meters down.
Don't worry, we're going to go deeper than 80 meters.
Yes, like...
You can't have a style that says groot and then
big
praat klein.
Yeah, nee, exactly.
We want to enter the grootness. There's a lava lamp here. It's warm. This is a big fackets mic. You
What
know,
do you do with that?
when there's a groot facket, and you said a groot one earlier,
Yeah.
and I wanted to put it on here, and I was starting to reach for the mic, but I was still recovering from the your voice has changed since we last spoke. And
Yeah.
I was still digesting that. But this is where we put the fackets and we steer it into the cosmos.
Oh.
It's groot.
That is very groot. It is way over me.
Was Naxi? Why am I thinking so much? Can you get cornered if the karma is rolled? You've never seen your real gesag. You've only seen pictures and reflections. Think about it. The amount of men so older than you never increases. But the only difference between surfing and snowboarding is the temperature of the water. Wow. I still want to weet and I still think about it. Die vis get dors.
Do you still speel your bass?
Less so now because my wife played a bass. She's a better bassist than me.
I don't, and I say this with nothing but respect.
Yeah, watch it, eh?
I am watching it now. Now I can feel this.
Let's hear it. What do you want to say?
I feel like
But before you carry on, just give me that facket.
you want the facket.
I want to give a facket, yeah.
You can prod it into there.
No, I don't want to prot. I just need a weapon. Now carry on.
Oh, fuck it. Well, you take the facket, I'll take the fluiten.
Oh, yes, okay.
Ons
nou,
kan,
you
we
say
can have a
whatever you
lekker
want.
klein swaardgeveg hier. I've had someone hold this thing like this into my face for a good 20 minutes one episode. I don't know why there's always these fucking weirdos here on prating.
It is you.
Are you?
You're a weird magnet.
I am a weird magnet. I'm embracing this.
They are attracted to you for the same reason. That's why I said it's my first interview in 4 years.
And I
But
feel-
it's you. Why shall I not come?
I feel very geëerd. I really, and I mean this, that you not only agreed that you came all this pad down that highway to this stad, which has a bit of a cloud hanging over it, a small one.
That's winter.
Yes, it is winter. And for coming to praat with us, or with me,
I didn't do it as an honor. I couldn't resist.
why not?
Because it's you. It's lekker.
The weird magnet.
Ja, die lekkernis is net te veel.
Can you put that on here?
But repeat it and try to make it sound authentic.
No, both will be seen, so people will know it's not authentic. But this has reverb.
That's how it works. Die lekkernis is net te veel.
That is a big fact. I was saying, waar was ek nou? Yes,
Bass,
I
ja,
find it
my
hard
wife.
to believe that your wife is a better bassist than
She
you.
definitely is. Look, man, I'm a better bass player than she is. I'm a better bass player than many people. But am I a bassist? The thing I do with the bass guitar does not belong with the bass guitar.
Yes, you're not going to get booked for a session to play
Ever.
on someone's album,
Genau.
but your persoonlikheid is being amplified deur that bass. And the way that you can sing while playing bass is...
Look, if someone comes to me after a gig and say, yes, you're the greatest bass player in the whole world, then I will say to them, you don't play the bass, do you? They're like, no. But if someone comes to me and that happens, a guy like Skulk, you bad,
Yeah.
will do that, come afterwards and say, you know you're getting away with murder. And I'm like, you play the bass, don't you? And they're like, yeah, I do. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
it's like that.
yes.
And my wife is a very good bassist. She knows where that thing sits.
Yes.
Yeah, so I prefer her bass playing to mine.
And I want to know that sound that you make sometimes.
Which one?
Jy gebruik nie net woorde nie. I think sometimes you sing or express yourself with a klank or klanke.
You know, that's a difference between Arno Karstens and me.
This I want to hear.
Arno has an innate feeling for the value of the right sound with the right note,
Yes.
which leads him to sometimes talk kak in his song. He's like, I don't care what the sense is behind that. I can probably justify it or something.
Like SMSing where we want to go.
Whatever, you know. Well, that still makes sense, you know. But sometimes he's
No one SMS's.
Yeah, look, don't invoke technology in your music.
As soon as I said it,
No, because if you invoke technology in your music, it's going to be dated, you know.
it dates very
Like
fast.
Singing about your SMS or a fax machine.
Yes, exactly.
I've
And
done that twice in my career.
I wrote something here. Can I interrupt?
Please.
Because I want to know the difference between you and Carstens. Fuck. Arno Carstens.
You keep digging with that tongue, all right?
That's what. Ooh, no, I'm not going to say that. Maar, wanneer laat jy gehuil? Let's quickly get some real facts out of the pot, yeah. Yo, Chris, Chris.
Maybe yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, yeah,
yesterday,
when I left home.
because you left home.
Because my little baby cried when she saw I was going with my daughter.
That is,
I love her so much.
oh, that's beautiful. I'm somewhere feeling like spook awesome in my bors.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
That is beautiful. Are you feeling, there's some emosie, Bob.
Who, me? No.
My oog gaan sweet.
Yeah, fuck, nee.
King or clown? Would you say you're a king or a clown?
Am I only allowed to choose one? Because we know it's like, I don't want to get a smart ass about it, but you know.
You are both.
I will speak like my daughter. I wear a clown. Yeah. My name is Kliss and I wear a clown.
That's wonderful. You've got 2 children.
Yeah.
That
I
is,
have children now. Yeah.
would you
It
recommend?
happened so fast I can't actually believe it myself.
Would you recommend fatherhood
Absolutely.
for even a oak like me?
Yeah, it is, and there's no way you can know what that is. I can never explain it to you.
Yeah,
I used to, you know, when we were in school,
yeah.
so you're in the kak, they caught you smoking in the matric badkamer, okay? So
Yes.
you go to the principal's office and the deur makes you wait, mos, you know?
Yes, I know.
And while you sit there, and in my days, because I didn't have the long hair school you went to, so we really got the heat.
You got.
Yeah.
I also got hit, but I had long hair flopping in the wind while I was getting. Meneer, I was gonna.
You're sitting there, and the best thing that can happen is the principal comes out and says, "Don't do that again. I'm in a good mood. Go back to your class. Don't do it again." Okay.
Yeah.
But that never happens. The third best thing that can happen is one oak also gets caught smoking in the other bathroom. And he comes sit with you because now he's carrying the load with you.
Yes.
And you're not so heavy, my brother. And then you're like, okay, well, you know, because you feel so cock sitting there and you're embarrassed and also it's a hiding, but he shares the load. And the second best thing that can happen is they catch all 6 those oaks behind the pavilion. And suddenly it's a party. Now you're looking forward to it. Afterwards you're going to compare
It's a
stripes.
brotherhood.
Ja,
like,
you're going to like,
fuck,
you
het
know.
my hart
Ja,
gewet,
it's a joy,
rooi
you know.
harder as vir jou.
So I used to think when people said to me, you know, you gotta become a father, I was like, yeah, you stupid poople. You're just a smoker who's sitting there and waiting, and now you want some doers like me to walk in there and share this load with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, gat, you're on your own. And now I'm sitting there, and I don't need anyone to come sit with me. But I can tell you, that Oni in there is not gonna hit me. I almost said he's gonna give me a BJ, and then I realized it's so weird, you know. But you know where I'm getting at.
I know you're getting at, and I like it when you get weird. Hierdie absurdism is where we find the grootness. Exactly. Hoor hierdie, jy het my nou aan iets anders laat dink. Die clipboard is net vir intimidasie, by the way.
It's
Just
very formal,
yeah, there's nothing on there that it just says lekker, really. It just says lekker. I use it as a shield, soos wat jy jou accent gebruik. I have the brill in the clipboard. We're doing the same thing, it's just different tools. We also got pak in high school. It kind of stopped halfway there.
Okay.
But in standard 6 or grade 8 for the Gen Z's, I think, he decided one day het vir die klas genoeg gesê, bly stil, to say, almal kan kies tussen detensie of pak. And detensie is really kak. Pak is like, it's an instant thing. It's kak, but then it's over. So most of the class, he was kind of even amazed, started lining up at his desk like 30 mense. He was like, fuck it. And I thought that the smartest thing I can do is hang like quite far back, want hy gaan surely moeg word.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get like a pop-ho.
Yeah, he was just getting into it.
And he's like, poof, en hy warm op en hy warm op. Na ruk, he starts backpacing. Ka! 2 tree. And then I could see when it's coming up to me, he is starting to get moeg. I see the person right before me, kry so pappa en ek soos, yes. And it's my turn. En toe sê hy, wag, ek het gou 'n break vang. And letterlik, he literally put the thing down and went, just like strak, drink water, loop uit, like ek dink hy het even gaan rook. Hy het even like gaan toe sê, okay, van Pletsen.
That hypocrite smokes 2 packs a day.
Yeah. And he literally winded back. And I feel like in daai brotherhood after that, I felt like I could claim it. I could say to them, hy het my die hardste geslaan.
Ja.
Hy het rarig. En hy het groot arms. Hy was 'n beeldhou meneer.
You had a beeldhou meneer.
Wel, die lang haar skool.
So what kind of school was that?
It was that kind. And I mean, look. Nee, dit was PRAATING. Actually, ek dink Jolandi Visser was in daai skool.
No, that used to be die Kruin. No, PRAATING was the Pretoria one.
Ja.
That's right. Yeah.
So dit was kuns, drama, ballet, musiek. And
Did you do ballet?
I did drama.
Okay.
I don't know. I was volging in, I don't know, there was liefde for it, but there was also...
Listen, what's wrong with your father?
What do you mean? That's a broad question.
What is wrong with the guy's father?
What's wrong with your father?
I'm driving in Grosvenor Road.
Yes, I know the pad.
On the way to 7de Laan, old studio vibe, you know?
Yes, this
Take
was
it
some
out.
time ago.
Yeah. I'm looking because on that road, on the way to 7de Laan, a chick once rammed into the back of me. So my Pavlovian response is to always, when I get there, check that rear view mirror. You're always worried you're going to get rammed again from behind.
Yes, that is...
And I look at my mirror, and my mirror is doing that. And I'm
because
like,
of the...
my mirror is doing that. And I'm like, my eyes, it's like a flashback I'm having, you know. And then, only then do I hear that it is the
sound.
bass, you know. And I look in the car next to me, and there's Obas.
Did he ram you?
No. Listening to, I think it was Tool or something.
Tool, yeah. But why is that the vraag? Why is there something wrong with him because of that?
I've never heard of no Obas sitting in a car listening to Tool so that other people's rearview mirrors have to shudder. That is too interesting to be true.
That is a great story. I never knew he listened that loud.
Yeah.
That I didn't know, maar we exchanged music, and it's one of the best things I think you can do with a child, and I think you're going to have this geleentheid as well.
Okay.
Maar hy het vir my, he made me a CD, I had to make the CD, but he gave me the list, and he called it Pa's Legacy. And it was like a 12-disc, like, collection. I still have it. And there's good stuff on there, like really good stuff. I think he saw it as his responsibility to lay me op. That was, it went from obscure 50s and 60s and 70s bands tot like more popular stuff in alles vanaf Cream tot Vanilla Fudge tot Donovan tot ELO and a lot of things in between.
You have a great dad.
Thank you. No, I think so too. And I reciprocated, and I was like, you know what the equivalent of this band is now? It's Tool.
Okay.
And I gave him some Tool and some Depeche Mode and a bunch of other. Yes.
Depeche Mode, that more recent stuff or the old stuff?
No, I connected actually with the old stuff.
Yeah.
I'll never
the recent
forget.
stuff is a bit more tried.
Yeah, and in Depeche Mode for me had a big impact. In die similar tyd of booze, so you have to verstaan. And I praat with you. I praat with the same level of, Dave Gone, Chris Chameleon. There in the corners, old Morton Harkett glaring at me with his Deense oor, just laying those oor right on me.
Wat is jou gunsteling van hulle?
Fun?
Aha.
Yo.
Een song.
I think obviously the obvious one is obviously most people would probably say Take On Me because it's, that's naive brilliance. Like someone has made a song, Take On Me, hulle was kinders, and till today, kom my ding op, and people don't even know where it's coming from. It's just, it's like, how did you make that kuns? You couldn't even begryp it, that's how. Maar, I'll never forget, I once picked up a friend after a girl broke up with him, and I thought, I'm going to give him a little prod, a little hoofstukke, just to delve into his own emotions, and I put on Aha, Crying in the Rain. And as it started, he went, don't, please don't. And he was in the back seat, and I was like, just go with it, man. Just go with it. Don't do that. Just go with it. And I turned it up. And whenever I hear, I'll do my crying in the room. Daar was even so pause, dat hy gaan, dat was ons donder weer in kak, even in the thing. It's actually like, it's got enough cheese, but I mean, see, I can't pick a favorite Aha song, but I like the memory behind that one.
It's a very good band.
Making my friend hail. He needed to. He really did need to. Yeah. Nee, so the Tool. And he did come back.
So your dad got that from you?
Yeah, and he did tell me, he was like, man, this is good stuff.
Yeah, look, if that guy could sing well, it would have really been one of the greatest bands of all time.
Dink jy nie, Maynard James Keaton kan goed sing nie? Is it Keaton? Keenan? Maynard James Keenan. Ronan Keaton and Maynard James had a baba, and it's Ronan Maynard James Keaton.
This is the last.
Nee, dit is...
Dancing all night and having a blast.
You know what you said with bass? You're not a bassist, but you do gebruik the bass. You use it. Jy pleeg bass.
Yeah. He's involved in his singing, for sure.
He's got a
We
vibe.
won't fault him on that.
He's definitely got some kind
But
of
if he had the voice of Mike Patton,
Yeah.
imagine that.
Look, I don't think Tool is an easy band to sing over. And he's definitely found a way.
Spoken like a true vocalist, you are.
I'm not a vocalist.
Oh, well, then why would you want to sing over a band and not with a band or in a band?
No, you know.
Okay, bass, take it away. Drums, guitar.
Take it away,
Okay, I'm going
and
to sing
I'll
over you now. I have to finish that story about Arno Karstens.
Yes.
Because on the odd chance that he sees it, ook must, he'll be wondering, now how does the story end?
Yeah, die arme ou sit daar en hy says, what the fuck, guys? You're leaving me hanging. How are you different than Arno Karstens?
He makes a sound, because he's like, okay, let me bring it back to myself, because I like more talking about myself than about anyone else, But, so I would go, when I played a song, I hear, that are the tune, and
Yes.
that is the tune that sit lekker with me, but the Beatles didn't sing, she loves you, ooh, ooh, ooh. No. This was, she loves you, yeah, yeah. And if they sang she loves you, ooh, 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 it probably wouldn't be a hit even,
Yes.
So it has to nail it, That comes from a movie, Peggy Sue, Mary, something like that.
Yes.
The reference. But, so there you sit and going, and then you start going, you start feeling that thing. And then if you can't make the words fit that thing, you you make words that don't make sense because the content are not so important like the sound. Because this is music, you know, no one's going to go and sit and think about your lyrics. Some people want to do that, but the first thing that hits is that total synergy between the sound you're making and the note you chose to do it with. And then I would get to, and this song that I was trying was a song called Dick's Advice.
Ja.
So there the lyric is, come on and mom on 666, that's his passport. When he threw your custom, it's the best or worst, that's what you bought. What he got for you is what he chihuahua bagata pays. Now, you feel like you want to say chihuahua bagata, but what are you going to say, you know? So you go, what he's got for you is what the chihuahua's bark has got of bass, which is nothing. He's not offering you anything. And that is the sense you eventually put behind it. But if you can't arrive at that line to pull through the sense, then you just go, I be adore you, and a wee wah 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 passes by, or whatever cock. You know?
Yeah.
So, and one thing I noticed about Arno, that is not to say everything lyric he puts is not nailing it. Actually, it is a compliment to him because I'm saying he understands the importance of fitting the sound to the notes.
Yes.
And I always think of him when I think of that.
And sometimes you even, if there's a sound or a melody, you're like, this isn't even going to have a lyric or anything. It's just going to go.
Just make the sound. Yeah, true. Actually, that's my weakness.
How do you make that sound?
What one?
There's a few. There's one that sounds like a diertjie.
That one. That's it. Perfect.
Because I bluff. That's my thing. I bluff.
Leave me that talk.
Ja. Wacht.
Okay.
And then you do the...
Must we go do it together?
I want to hear that sound. It's $1 million sound that.
So when that song broke through in 2006, Ampie, and we were by then not even talking, but he said
Why
to me,
weren't you talking?
the split up of the band was very sad.
Do you want to go into that just now?
I don't care. I don't care. It's just the way it is. You know, it is like a divorce.
I understand that, want the band is a verhouding.
But he says, you know what, I'm glad that sound, he told me, I'm glad that sound worked out for you eventually because you fucking irritated me in Croatia once, sitting in the back and making it over and over. And I was like, yeah, please just stop. I can't stand it anymore.
I can't imagine.
So good on you that finally that
fucking thing worked out. So well done.
Yeah, that's what the man said to me.
So after all that, can we hear this fucking sound that you built up in Croatia?
It is that.
I can only imagine from Ampie's perspective, being the bus driver, and he's like...
Yeah, and you have to get into it. It takes a while, you know.
Ag, wag, jy kan nie bluff nie, so there we go.
I can't bluff.
Get to put your geld where your bluff is.
I put my money where my bluff is. Woof.
En
I hope that was a close-up, eh?
oh, that thing is close, hoor. Daar's 'n ander sound wat jy ook maak, and I think you even called the song
That one.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like a guy who couldn't afford the synthesizer that he wanted, so he's like, fuck this, I'll make it with my mont.
That's pretty much the story of my life.
Yeah.
A guy who couldn't afford the synth.
Chris Chameleon is the guy who couldn't afford the synthesizer and decided to make the clunker with his mont.
Yeah. That is it, yeah. Yeah, that was Boo's first hit. Came to number 2 on Radio 5. It was still Radio 5.
When Radio 5 still played music
5 FM,
from this country.
Yeah.
a little dig at them. But they can't play our music in any way because they think Mengels is fluking.
Oh.
It must be, you must select your taal. Is it Engels or Afrikaans or what is it? And I'm like, it's Mengels.
That's weird because it is, I mean, the Pantsula and hip hop culture from Black South Africa mostly have been mingling since like way back. That is part of this thing. If you think, I mean, the first time I became aware of that was back with trompies and boerseun. Boerseun. And then sometimes she's red, sometimes she's green, sometimes she's orangey. So
But you see,
mingles.
dis die ding is, I think Suid-Afrika of Afrikaans eerder is die enigste taal that has fundamentalist puriste. I've not found another taal yet that has that. I don't know if they're bang because it's a new taal or 'n klein taal and they're really bang that it's going to sterf uit. So they don't besef that in menging the taal, you are helping it to groei en vloei and to not sterf uit. Now I'm drugging on a knoppie.
One time I was sitting in Atlanta. It was early spring morning. It was bloody cold, you know. But now these Yanks decided, it's South, so there was not Yanks. There was just Americans.
Yes.
So they were saying, okay, we're going to sit outside and eat. And it was sort of grey and it was cold. We all kind of wished we was inside. But then the sun broke through and the wind chilled a bit. It sat down, you know. It quit shaking the trees.
That's what wind must do. Wind just needs to fucking chill.
Yeah.
Like, I've never ever enjoyed wind in my life.
You're a Joburger in your heart.
Just fucking chill. I go to Cape Town, I'm like, sometimes I get a new hairstyle.
Very annoying. It's like someone that's all the time like, hey.
That's the wind's energy.
Yeah. No.
Cape Town.
Yeah, no.
The wind, I don't know. No. All that sand also. You know why Joburg's better than Cape Town? We don't have all that sand.
The best part is when the Cape Townians say, but you don't have mountains there. We're on top of the mountain, guy.
Yeah.
Joburg is 600 meters higher than the top of Table Mountain. We're so mountainous, you don't even see it, you know.
Yeah, we are on top of the mountain. There's no wind and there's no sand.
No, where I live now, the wind really blows. It makes the swart Suidooster look like a kitten sneezing.
And you probably also get kakwarm daar en ijskoue nagte.
It can be very cold, yeah.
I feel like that's why you wear the beavervel.
Yeah.
What do you think about prostitution?
You know, I've done a lot of things in my life.
I can imagine.
I had very wild times. And I never said no to anything. Not to put on, not to put in, not to put out. But the one thing that I never did was to pay for the nookie. And I'm glad about that.
Well, I didn't think you had to.
I once had a sound engineer, and if he's watching this, he will remember it. He was so mad at me because I was like, he went for the nookie there in Hamburg, and then he was so in love, he had to go again like an hour later. And he asked me for 50 euros. I was like, okay. So I gave him 50 euros, but you give it back, you know. And then the ou is so moering with me.
What?
Because I was partying on his drugs all the time. And he's like, it's just part of the exchange. And I said to him, no, it's a principle matter.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never going to pay for the nookie. Not yours, not mine, not ever, not our, you know.
Yes.
And I think he's still angry with me today for that.
Now that's a very cool
Off air, I'll
story.
tell you who that guy is, then when you see him, you can ask him.
Yeah, I'll be like, so, did it all for the nookie. You said you've had some wild tye.
I sure did, yeah.
Did you ever, was it?
The fact that I would call it wild means that
was
I've never
wild.
transcended the wildness. For me, it is still wild. So
Yeah.
there was always that level of sanity in it.
Yes, that's. So jy's 'n baie reflective mens. You've gotten to know yourself over these jare. See, I just taught the mense the woord jare.
Yeah.
The Engelse kykers. Jare.
Yeah, I'm prone to a bout of reflection occasionally.
to me, and I say this with all, again, eerlikheid, there's only a handful of real rock stars, and I think you're one of them. And I don't mean it in the cliche sort of TV sense van, oh, that's a rock star. I think it's more a type of gees of persoon, like someone that can go, hey, I'm not going to say no to anything. Rockstar energy. Someone that can go, hey, a wolk did this in my droom, I'm packing my tas and I'm going there. That's also rockstar. So when you were touring and leefing this lewe, was it always a mengsel of sex, dwelms, rock and roll, orgies? Did you ever have an orgy?
It was tantra, health food, and massages.
In the later years, yes, because booed.
No, look, firstly, thank you for that. But I think I'm definitely not, I don't qualify for that rock star thing. And you see, the way it works is the rock god is a very nice demon that comes around.
Yes.
And he makes great promises and he does deliver the goods, but he does exact a price for that.
What's this price?
And if you're in your heart of hearts, a straight up sober cunt like me, you can never really give in. So it has caused me much suffering in life.
Yes.
It has caused me, you know, you get into the 6th hour of an acid trip and you're like,
I want this to be
I want
voorbij.
this to be over, you know?
Yeah.
And you look at your friend next door and he's just like, and he's like totally immersed in it. And he had a great time. And the next morning he's like, okay, we're going to take Bart Simpsons tomorrow. What's the vibe?
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
Thought it was a cartoon.
No, that's old school, yeah. So I've never been able to do that. So I don't qualify. And it also means that I've been spared the rewards of that.
Yeah.
And that is why I cannot claim that rock
As jy
star.
nou most,
I'll go for artist. That is
Yeah.
okay. I'm probably one of those.
I think you're an artist that's made up of one part rock star, one part poet, one part that's a mystery to even you, and one part that you've become a total master of. That's Chris Chameleon.
That's a great way to end the story.
Yeah, it really is.
It should end with me disagreeing, but we just leave it there.
Leave that hanging out there. Yeah, I felt it because I didn't think that or write it or beplan it. It's just based on this gesprek and the werk that you've done. And I think it's meant a lot to a lot of people, including me. And you once said to me when I was a much younger man, you said to me, weet jy wat julle doen met bitter einder? I don't think you're realizing now, maar eendag gaan julle sit in 'n kroeg ergens en wees soos, weet julle wat? Jaco Louis of Jakkels Leeu, Perske. We actually made something quite profound of special. You said this and I went like, I don't know what the fuck that act's on about, eh? I think I'm coming closer to that gevoel, but you lose.
Are you there yet? Have you felt that about your old work?
Ek weet nie. I don't know. Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes.
I felt that way about your work.
Well, you agreed to be on Kilkins and for free. There's probably 400 or 500 rands worth of royalties in een of ander labels sock that I should give to you.
They lock it up. They put it in gold bars and they put it in there.
I don't know what they do with it, maar mense kyk baie keer en sê soos, the streaming, want ons koop nie meer musiek nie, mense huur nou musiek. That's the model. You pay a fee and then you get to rent all the music that exists.
Exactly. So music has gone from being a wife to being a prostitute.
Yeah, a little bit.
You don't owe anything. It kind of irritates me, updates and stuff. That's why I'm not in the tech anymore. I can't. That's why I check my mail once a month, maybe.
Yeah. In the only social media platform that I think you're on is Twitter.
Yeah. You need some place to shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a good place to shit. Or to shovel through other people's shit. That is pretty much Twitter. What do you do to stay in such goeie shape? If I had to guess, plaas yoga.
Plus yoga. Yeah, that's true. I do yoga.
Yeah.
I do yoga, if you can call it that. But it's also genes and it's discipline. It's that thing, you know. I can't totally let go. I can't.
Yeah.
And also I got a young wife.
Yeah, and you're not sitting there in front of the TV every night vreeting vetkoek and...
Yeah, I have no labor working for me, which means I have to do everything myself. And I have no TV. I haven't had since 2015, so I have to find other ways to...
So in die aand, you'll praat, or you'll lees, or you'll gesels. Ek het iets raak gelees, I don't know waar, but that this year you haven't drank any alcohol except for once or twice.
My daughter got born, so I had to.
Yes?
Yes, and then, you know, the woman seduced me again just one time recently, this past week, you know.
Oh, lovely.
But with booze, no, it's not even that grand. No, it was just,
sorry, no, because I was like, you know,
she just gave me liquor, but you know,
but
my
it
wife,
is wonderful when a woman seduces you. There's few things as lovely as being seduced by a woman. Wouldn't you say my kraguister, my geeshond?
yeah. Yeah, you see, I was never a handsome guy, so I used to have to do the seducing. No one would think of seducing me, but now
Yeah?
I got my wife.
You say it's because it's Borat or my wife.
Yeah, my wife. It is different.
No, you're a very handsome man. Handsomeness and...
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, big time.
That's new.
It doesn't come from... It's not an aesthetic thing. It's
Well,
not
not with our guys. We get away with a lot, yeah.
You think I'm a handsome man?
I do, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. And back in the day, I would have gone for you.
Back in the day?
Yeah, back in the stage.
Oh, did you have a phase?
Well,
Or a stage?
I don't know. Phase is a month or maybe a year, but 20 years, I wouldn't think so. You know?
And,
I just made choices at the point.
well, you didn't say no to anything.
I didn't say no to most things, yeah.
I think if I didn't say no to most things, I would have been a very different mens. I like saying no.
Is there anything else? Can I go to piss now?
Ons albei gaan nou saam gaan pee.
Yeah, that's a lekker thing about guys. Hey bro, ek stiek jou vir 'n pis. Kom ons gaan...
Ja, dit is 'n lekker ding om 'n ou te stiek vir 'n pis.
Doen mense dit nog? Stiek hulle mekaar vir 'n pis? Of
Ja, 'n tuinie veral.
'n tuinie?
There's few things also is lekker. En ons het vroeër gepraat oor hoe jy die same level of plesier kan ervaar uit 'n lekker koppie koffie as kyking at the Eiffel Tower. There's also the beautiful plezier of the being seduced by a woman, and then there's the beautiful plezier of sticking a man for a pee in the tuin.
In the tuin, ja.
'n tuinie.
You must come visit here.
I would love to.
You can kap 'n plaasie.
I
if you
will
want.
kap hout. I will werk.
Okay,
Put
nice.
me to work.
Oh, that's good, because someone has to do it.
I'll microdose very small amount of mushrooms, tiny.
Okay?
Kap hout for you for 6-7 hours until there's ilte on this hande.
Ja.
And then we'll sit in front of the vuur and we'll praat. No cameras, no aksente, no groot hond, no chameleon.
Would you still be mengelsing then?
I think so. Yeah, mengels.
It's innate now.
Ja, ek hou van mengels. I do like ek dink ek het so groot geword Afrikaans en toe Engels en toe kry ek 'n Amerikaanse stiefpa, toe ek in 'n dubbel medium skool, toe ek 'n Engelse girlfriend. I only attract Engelse females. I don't know why. Ek dink ek's hulle gateway tot Afrikaner. I'm not full boer. I'm not like fully kitted out yet in die Afrikanerness. So I'm kind of like safe. You're like, hey, I want to flirt with Afrikaner and this groot hond guy, he's the fucking gateway.
Yeah.
I'm like, ek gaan op dates baie keer.
But look, do you live in Joburg or Pretoria?
Ja, I live in Joburg.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah. I love this stad.
Look, I had to go to Namibia to find a boervrou for me, so...
But were you looking for a boervrou?
I was, yeah. I mean, imagine you like 50 and your wife is 30 and you say to her, okay, now we quit this place and we go sit on a farm 60 kilometers from the nearest proper town.
Word sy ooit verveeld?
Never, she doesn't want to leave.
Word jy ooit verveeld? No. And if you ever feel verveeld, know that you are always welcome to come and sit here in my sitkamer, my lava lampie, and we can praat some kak and some big facts as well. And you can do an accent or character.
Well, I've never been bored in my life. And I'm glad to, after the past, how many hours, 9 hours we've been sitting here, can still say that.
So you say, okay, good. Imagine I'd say, I've never been bored in my life until now.
Ja.
Groot hond. I drove all this way and fuck it, I'm bored. Nee, I want to say this, voordat ons gaan piele vleg in die badkamer. Groot hond en Chris Chameleon flegging a peel soos our yoga stance. Just this.
Yeah, the crow
That's the-
is it? No, it is, what is it? It's the eagle, I think.
It's the eagle. I like standing like that in the oggend. I feel I don't know, I like it. It's just for my, it's a thing. Maar I say this with complete sincerity. I think you're a very fascinating, mysterious, intelligent creature that's had a profound impact with your monkey punk. Maybe not for me so much met die Sewende Laan era, but the fact that you could go both ways, and I mean that in every sense of the word, is also profound. Mainstream, gemaklik. Cult, gemaklik. I think, dankie vir dit. Dankie vir jou kuns. For your honesty, even though you did do it through the lens of a character. Whatever we need to do in order to get that val rate to be drukt uit, we will do it. It's like making kos. Sometimes you put a lot of chili, but at the end of the day, you're still vreting the ding onder the chili. Wow, that's good. That's good, I think. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did, yeah. Thanks for making it worth it.
Let's end with one last banger of a vraag.
Okay.
Ek dink daar is 'n conception of a misconception. And don't worry, it's not about the blessed ding. Ek wonder of was dit 'n media
Don't
stunt?
worry.
Was that a media stunt or
No, it was,
because a guy like you can spiel the media like a harp.
nee, dis nie waar nie. Glad nie, ek kan nie.
I'm not the media, by the way, en ek
Ja,
dink
ja,
jy het
nee,
vir 'n oomblik
Nee, ek
gedog
kan nie.
ek is dalk.
Maar ek het in 1992 aansoek gedoen vir 'n onderwysbeurs. Want ek is 1990 AMI toe het ek geëiwel.
Ja.
En die rede hoekom ek onderwys gekies het is because dit is in my. Want ek dink van die mense wat my die meeste geïnspireer het, daar's 'n juffrou by hierdie skool 'n klip gooi van hier af as jy goed kan klip gooi.
Yes, I know the school.
Wat sy tree nou volgende maand af. Sy het vir my skool gegee.
Jy
In
moet
daai
gaan
skool.
inloer.
Ja, ek wil. En ek is verskriklik lief vir haar. tot
Sy sal
vandag.
dit love. There's something very special about a student going to lure and an
Weet jy, ek bel haar
onderwyser.
af en toe.
I also
Sy
have
is
an onderwyser like that.
ongelooflike mense, jy weet
Ja.
daai ding, ja, jy weet so. En so ek dit is deels is dit nie so 'n oulike deel van my karakter nie, is ek can never pass an opportunity to teach a bit, jy weet. En wat ek agtergekom het is mense lees nie. En wat ek agtergekom het is mense begryp nie wanneer hulle wel lees nie. En die gevaar daarin is dat dit hulle soms volkome onderwerp aan die wat wel lees en begryp. En dit is wat daar aangegaan het. Ek meen die storie van daai storie, huisgenoot het my R70,000 geoffer om met hulle te praat in daai tyd. En ek het gesê nee. Want die hele ding sou vir 'n pot stront gegaan het as ek met enigiemand gepraat het.
Ja.
Want die hele punt was, there is only one source of information, and that's me. It's the only source of information. And it has to be that way. This is part of the whole thing. Ondanks wat 'n versoeking ook al. En die goue afloop van die storie gebeur dan altyd maande later as jy die koerante wat sê jy het gesê dan vat jy hulle ombudsman toe, dis die proses wat ons in die land volg en waar die voorblad van 4-5 maande het dit uiteindelik geword gelede word gekorrigeer op bladsy 3 in so 'n klein regstellende artikeltjie, maar die punt is ek het dit en rapport moes vir my om verskoning vra en hulle moes dit publiseer because they were wrong and dit is die bewys en ek dink die hele ding het oor die meeste mense se koppe gegaan. Ek sien dit in hoe mense praat. Mense sal nou nog sê ja, maar jy het gesien is dit like het ek jy gesien wat ek gesê het en wat ek gesê het is daar toe maar it's the internet, it's never gonna die.
Ja.
And that's what it was about.
Ja.
It probably wasn't particularly good for me. Ek wil nie sê ek het die mense oorskat nie, want dis 'n kak ding om te sê eintlik, jy weet.
Ja.
Ek het miskien kyk, ek is nie so 'n calculating ou nie. Ek is nie baie berekenend nie. Ek skiet baie uit die heup uit.
Ja, I actually can tel op dit.
Ja, ek skiet uit die heup uit. So baie keer sal jy uit die heup uit skiet en dan is die skoot, jy sal lê daar iemand dood. It's like, well, you see, I just drew quickly.
Ja.
But hy het my skeef gekyk, sorry, jy weet. Maar ek het nie hierdie hele ding so uitgewerk nie. Wat ek het wel uitgewerk dat watch hierdie ding. Vir myself gesê, watch hierdie ding. Watch hoe hierdie ding, ek kon sien hoe hierdie ding bene sal kry en alles vir presies die ding wat ek eintlik al my hele lewe teen veg, jy weet. Ek was daai ou wat in die late 80s in parking garages in Hillbrow saam met die ANC vergader het and plotted the downfall of the government because it was something I felt for. And I'm exactly the same person as now, maar nou kry jy baie mense wat sê, kyk, Chris het so ver regs gegaan. It's like
ek wou oor dit ook vra.
Ja, it's an Overton window problem.
Die mat het ook bietjie geskuif onder
Exactly, ek
mense.
is presies dieselfde persoon.
Ja.
Ek is nog steeds vir vryheid, ek is nog steeds totaal teen onderdrukking. Ek gee nie om van wie dit is na wie toe nie. Dit is I'm absolutely consistent in that.
Ja.
And in the end, it doesn't really matter. As mense would say, yeah, but you tainted your legacy. It's like, what? Any legacy that can be tainted by an action like that is really not worth having. It's hollow.
Exactly.
If that can taint your legacy, like, who the fuck are you?
Ja. En dis ook nie asof jy rondloop op jou plaas en sit en dink in jou legacy nie. You're there.
Ja, nee, it's like nalatenskap.
Ja.
I mean, that's what we do as artists. We make stuff that will completely outlive anything that the doctors or the engineers are doing. I mean, eventually your song is going to outlive the pyramids.
So is that why we do it?
No, I don't think so.
Ek wonder baie keer, like, wat is daai, jy het nou iets gesê oor ambition. But what is that thing that drives artists
It's a pimple.
that has to be popped?
It's a pimple.
Is
The
it
blood
the-
is dirty. The humankind is the skin, and the human condition is the blood, and the blood gets dirty, and it needs to pop out, and it usually pops out at the weakest spot, and they call that pimple the artist.
Fuck, hoe kry ek hoendervleis? That is actually such a...
Oh, I'm so great, no?
No, you pop the pimple in humanity of society.
Yeah, and
that
it's-
you happen to see.
And it's also important in that context for artists to realize, to be a bit humble, you know, to realize that, because the way the game is rigged is you're such a fucking main man if you're like platinum and my name all over the place and people like offering me themselves backstage night after night. That is our main konyn.
Ja.
You're fucking main.
Nee, because the reality is, it's... Party mense, ek vra partykeer mense, what is that drive? Is it geld? Is it like a financial thing? Or is it people wanting to be famous? Because I can't imagine it being that. So I like that definition, that is van jou point of view, being a unique being, you saw that pimple and you feel inclined to pop it?
No.
No.
No. I am the pimple. You are the pimple. The artist is the pimple. He's not even being popped. He's just the weak spot on the skin where the dirt comes out. He can't even take the credit for popping it.
So die kuns is buite.
A pimple is going to come out whether you pop it or not. Eventually it's just going to get yellow and pussy and the skin will get wet and it'll break open and it'll be a smear of custard all over the show, you know.
So there you have it, artists.
Yeah, the guy who pops it is probably the manager or the record company or the A&R guy back in the old days. The guy who sees it, he's like, oh, pimple.
Fuck it, hier's nog 'n lekker pimpel vir ons.
Bring,
Kom maar ouens.
bring the Kleenex because we're going to gooi now.
Kry vir ons 'n audience. This guy's about to fucking bust.
Yeah, we're going to sell this custard. But really the artist, and the artist, jy moet regtig waak teen, jy weet, one moet maar waak teen die hubris daarso. We are really chosen because for every artist that makes it, there are a gazillion artists who don't. And both you and I have met people that no one knows that is greater than, that are as great as we wish we could be.
Yeah.
You were talking about rock star. You know who's the biggest rock star in South Africa, in my opinion? He's a guy called Chris Papenfoos. Go check him out.
Chris Papenfoos.
Hy werk onder die naam White Buzz.
Ja?
Jy moet sien hoe lyk hy. Hy lyk soos 'n flippin rockstar. Sy story, sy life story is wicked. It is totally a movie waiting to be made. And his music is... Dit is amazing.
Ja,
because is amazing. Ek gaan vir jou van sy goed.
Asseblief doen, and it shows you can't weigh.
Yeah, well, if recognition was any indication of quality, McDonald's would be the healthiest food one can eat.
That's fucking true, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't say much. Recognition is a very poor indicator.
And the lokval is when people start to find the sense of identity in hulle recognition, in hulle achievements, and they start to think, this is me.
Yeah, fortunately that always ends. No one dies great. Very few people die great.
Yeah.
I think Da Vinci died great, but most people just go through a sad, old, decrepit phase before they actually do. Shot, my own.
Thank you, dude.
Nice, yeah, that was heel alright.
Dit was heel alright. I'll take it. I'll take it. Dit was nou heel alright. So, namaste.
Yeah. Now my go.
Nama go pee.
Well, yeah, I've transcended my piss. I think it's come out through my eyes.
You've not only
now.
transcended your piss, you've transcended your character, and I think
I thought we were off camera. I thought we stopped rolling because we said bye-bye. We said our final words.
Well, whatever I have to do
Yeah.
in order to get a slice
Lie,
of
cheat,
prot.
steal.
Oh, that's the nature of the game.
Oeh, die lekkernis is net te veel. Dis te veel.
Nou, lekker. Baie dankie vir die vriendelike mense van die On 9th Street gastehuis. Chris Chameleon het baie lekker by julle gebly, want julle is baie lekker. On 9th Street gastehuis. Bederf yourself with some lekkerness.